Hi guys, Usually Yuri with you today, and I really feel sometimes like me confusing because we have the same things in front of us and have the different perspective, different realities, watching the same movie but have a different story about that. Have the same situation but can start arguing because of different point of views. And if you ever feel like that, I know that sometimes it happens with everybody. I feel you, and I also was there. And this is important topic to talk. First of all, for understanding why people act differently and see the same thing, different things. And maybe you mentioned from time to time, people change their beliefs. The same topic, after a few years, you have a different thoughts, different opinion, different point of view. Why it's interesting for us? Because on this channel, we're talking about different opportunities to open up uh, better human potential. And I'm, as a holistic doctor and transformational coach, working with people more than a decade and recognizing some patterns and seeking for understanding more and bringing you some value here with more energy. My energy state is much more better than my English, for example, or my presentation, my workshop. I created very quick uh, to be able to share. And I also, like you, have a pretty packed schedule. But what I know, truth for both of us, that our state will reflects in every area of our life, no matter what we're doing. And especially when we are sitting with ourselves and with others to understanding first why people act like that, why they say something like that, why is their beliefs right now like that. This is something that will help us to control our state. And this is everything. Like my teacher Tony Robbins said, control your state, control your life. Of course, we'll not be able to control everything, but we will have much more high quality of life because high quality of state means high quality of decisions, high quality of actions, and outcome will be much better. So you will not just turn on talking head. Let's jump in slides. And I prepare for you some questions that will be real tool. Why it's important? Because I remember when I start my medicine practice, the young doctor in the stroke survival center, I work with people after stroke survival. So it's people who have some identity shift really because I was honored to work with them at homes, so I visit them and talk with them, and through psychology, through different uh, tools, my pure goal was build a connection with the people to help them rebuild their identity. And of course, it was not just talking. I did some manual therapy, some acupuncture, and different other things. But without a state, without connection, all of that was worthless. So during these years of studying and learning, I figure out coaching. It's something that involved more working right here, right now, with some question that can helps you to shape your emotional and mental state, and it will affect your somatic state. It's psychosomatic response. And right now I'm diving a lot in coaching with Tony Robbins, and I'm part of his crew. And I know that you have your own teachers and your own people to listen. And I respect your time and I respect your opinion. This is not about coaching right now today for you. It's more about reminder and just following up some things. And I know for sure the repetition gives us opportunity to open up more things. So let's see how it will help you. And I will be appreciate for your response. Drop anything in the comment, find me on social media, sign up and drop like and share some thoughts, some interesting your observation that you will have during this workshop. So let's go. Interesting thing that no matter what kind of situation we have in life, we see how many times relationships get intense. When we're talking about our family situation, when we're talking about business meeting, and especially when it's about some system and teams, that some beliefs drive us so deep that we don't even be able to see out of the box, especially under stress. And why it's important? Because as human beings, we have a lot of emotions, thoughts, and stories involved in the same experience. So probably you know that under stress, you make some decisions that probably you will regret later because of you lose momentum if you was depressed and slow because of that self-pity state, or you was very aggressive and you break some things emotionally, mentally, even physically. Some people you see how much violence right now and how much crime and war happens and all of these crises. So all of that created by people. And when you be able to see behind the scenes, so you be able to understand yourself more and feel yourself more and other people, this is something that will change your life. And after that, it can help others, of course. But we start with ourselves. So that tool that I will share with you, when I figure out it, when I first time hear about that, it was opening for me. And interesting thing that thousands of years, centuries, human behavior was studied by science, by philosophy, by biology, by religion, by spirituality approaches. All of them gives us different opportunities and perspective. And all of them have tools. So today I will share with you spiral dynamic tool. And it really helps me to see myself much better and other people also. With understanding, our fear disappear. But this don't mean that we will not have we will have less problems or stress. It's will pretty intense life, right? Because it's a lot of uncertain things. But we will be able to create certainty through understanding, practicing, and developing our new identity. This is about that. So you can ask yourself right now, this is what I'm asking on everyday basis. From which emotional state usually I am creating my day? Because it's always different sparks. Because news show up, you planning your day and contact with people, different things happens, and after that we have some state. Even before that we have some state. One situation can affect you, influence you. And this is looks like situation influence you, people and some circumstances. But when you ask yourself really, who be able to manage it inside? And this is we're talking about state and identity and some questions that we can ask ourselves during this few second pause. So when we open up this theory that was many years ago, just created by a professor, it was more than 50 years ago, and um, and I heard about this spiral dynamic from Tony Robbins, my teacher. But what it's explained a very interesting pattern that when we are was a kids, we have these more less intellectual but more survival approach to get what we want. Because for us, it was everything about getting safety, getting food, getting shelter, and getting some kind of care. And after we growing up little by little, our consciousness can bring more data, more understanding, more connection, and it can shapes our approach, how we are handling things. So, first six levels, they are very seeing, so we can recognize them very quickly. And number seven and eight, that is more higher level of consciousness. We can be there very short period of time. And the goal is not compare one level to others, but see them inside you and through them other people. Because many years ago, Professor Grave, he wants to show because of his work how not just people consciousness developing, but organizations, teams, even countries, and all humanity consciousness growing. Because everything about consciousness right now, especially during AI age, that already here, human consciousness it will be something more deeply connected with emotional intelligence than just knowledge. And being human, it's something that if you are ask yourself, it's a lot of so many different thoughts. And under stress, you not be able even think about that. And this is a very interesting point. Do you be able to see yourself in which level you operate in the most? We will go through each of them for a more understanding. You can Google it, ChatGPT it, or Gemini. What do you use for your support? I create this workshop very quick. It's not perfect, but my intent is it's pure to show up, help you to see this approach and use it practically for yourself. This is what I saw on Tony Robbins events and his approaches in the intervention. That this strategy can help you very deeply transform your identity when you start using it on everyday basis from different angles. So, one more time, there is no right or wrong. It's about what we be able to see deeply. Right now, I know that in many places in the world, it's war happens. I'm Ukrainian and I moved before pandemic. So pandemic dropped me to this level. It's first level beige color, we can say, and it's about safety mode. So it's your nervous system just drops under this horror that happens after under this stress when everything falling apart to this instinct mode, fight or flee or freeze. That's it. You or only you or run from things, you or hide from things, or you are fight these things. And in this picture, some of them they are real. They happens right now. Some of them are generated. But the picture with the military guys, it's U.S. Troops learning with Ukraine troops. Some of my friends right now they are on the battlefield, and I connect with them on a regular basis. And one of the programs that I am as a holistic doctor and transformational coach creating, working with the people in the war zones, it's how to help them to recreate their identity and state control. This is very important. So, what you can ask, like, what military troops can learn from Ukrainian troops? Because invasion that happens right now in Ukraine from Russian, it's involved thousands of drones, bombing on everyday basis. And fighting drones, it's something like how to see them before they will attack. Uh, all of that, it's experience, it's not theory. So this is something that military or people who working in emergency or firefighters, they know how it is. Or parent who see a child in danger. Everything becomes about safety. Everything about becomes about create some certainty that I will survive. And of course, when I talk with my friend, who right now, few of them, some go to vacation, not vacation, it's just like a few days of rest after he was on the battlefield. And with one of them, I talked recently, and his all focus was about finding the perfect armor and finding the perfect weapon to fight drones, to protect himself and fight drones. When it will be not on the level of country, it will be on the level of himself and his troops, like his team members. They are together, like in the tribe, we can say. It's a team, it's a brotherhood, we can say. So uh, everything involved there to figure out which one will be the best and how to equip it perfectly. So I will be better fighter of drones because it's connected, it's bonded with surviving, like it on everyday basis. It's a life-death situation, and I get it. I can feel it. But behind it, you know how many people can get in that mode just by watching news, just by scrolling, just by get affected some crisis, losing money, losing businesses, relationships. Uh, we see a lot in the Netflix right now, different survival instincts shows when people just dropped in the forest or somewhere. And why it's attract so much? Because it's deeply connected with our survival instinct, and it will be the something that everybody going through and everybody feel from time to time. But when you stuck there long enough, so your body start learning this, that we always need to fight for survival, even without danger outside. We can create it inside with our thoughts. Kids spending years, first few years in that mode. Of course, it happens out unconsciously, but they screaming, yelling, fighting, smiling. They just try to survive. For them, no matter who will bring food, they just hungry. No matter who will watch them when they sleep, they just want to be protected. And many, many thousands of years, humans learn how to survive. And this is just a mode, it's just a state. And sometimes we need to use that nervous system survival mode. The question is how how often you operate from that mode, from that instinct survival mode, even without danger. When you create yourself a story, when you live them from day to day, when somebody says something, when you see in something, and you just rebuild it and create it bigger and bigger and bigger, and after that, here we are. It's your in your nervous system. It's your psychosomatic response, and from soma, it goes back to your thoughts and emotions, and this is becomes a loop. It's called Crazy Eight, created by Tony Robbins. So let's move to the next. It's another color and another level. It's a second level. So on this level, we are thinking more about what is my community thinking? Kids thinking, what is my parents thinking? What is my friends thinking? What is my family members will say if I will do this or that? So we become more pleasing in this stage, especially as a kids. We always do that. If we need to listen our parent, we will be rewarded by love, by food, by connection, by acknowledgement, by being seen, by being hearing. So this level. Um, uh, it's something that everybody go through. So a question here can be how often you try to please and just play small to be able to stay connected. Because biggest fear here in this on this level, when we are talking about second level about our state and how we communicate, is having fear to be disconnected, to be not seen, to be rejected. And this fear very deep inside us. If I will be rejected, it means I'm not enough. And if I'm not enough, I will not be loved. In teaching, Tony Robbins' teaching is very deeply connected uh, to um, like and understanding and explaining why we can stay in that mode very long time, especially under stress. So purple, it's a color of surviving in the tribe. We do everything what shaman said, we can say. And for kids, shaman is a parent, right? And this is also driven by fear. After we getting a little bit older, so we turn into teenage stage, it's a different level. It's a color red, but the whole point of it is I will get what I want. I will prove that I am worthy. I will break through, and no matter what, I don't care about others. This is me, and this is what I want. So something for a tribe is necessary for survival when we're talking about connection, pleasing, and some kind of rules that we need to follow. For this stage, for this level, for red people, we can say for red mode, not red people, but we're talking about these colors because you'll be able to see them. It helps to recognize your state. Because under stress, a lot of people drop here. A lot of people become these, I just want what I want, no matter what, also because of fear. But this fear helps people to achieve some things. It never leads to fulfillment, to long-term success, to long-term achievement. A lot of people stuck there and they end up alone. Even companies can fall in apart because some rules just created by the person, by the owner, by the director who was just creating it for fulfilling his own needs, and this company will never succeed. The parents who driving this level, they will never build relationship with kids. So kids will figure out the opportunity, also learn rand, and it will be fighting from time to time, go into purple, just pleasing, and it will be never-ending story. So it will be like a pattern that will be running in the family. And what happens with us if we will stick in this mode? Never will be a happy life and fulfillment. But most important, we will not be able to see in anybody else. So it will be only my decision. It will be my truth. I am right. And you'll not be able to see in other even perspectives and re-questioning yourself because will be only my truth and that's it. So we will say, like I said, and this can really destroy our health, our finances, our relationships, and this is not even question. So when you becomes like when you start fighting everything and everybody, what it leads to? This is a question to sit about because I sometimes can feel that I just want to do things how I want. But I didn't stay in this state. I remember very young when I was, when my father was killed and my mom get remarried, I turned this color. I just turned to survival mode. Before that, I was in purple, of course. I was like more pleasing and telling everybody what my parents said. But I remember that transition when I was maybe 15, 16, my mom give me opportunity to study in medical school. It was huge opportunity for me, but in that mode, I didn't see it that day. I was angry on her. She remarried to the man that I hate. We fight with him. So it was, and I jump in different things. In sports, I spent more time in studying things, sculpting things. So it was more like I will do what I want in the way how I want. I will spend time how I want, and you will not tell me what to do. Of course, I did some things that it's necessary, but I act like I don't care and I don't want nobody. And deep inside, of course, I have this deep connection with my mom and my father also. I see dreams on everyday basis with him and I looking for purpose. I grew up in the Orthodox family, and when my father was killed, I said like, God, I don't want to believe in you anymore because you take my father, my precious. Because before 12 in 11 years when I was my best friend at school, he was killed by motorcyclist, drunk motorcyclist. So one day he's disappeared, and it was shock for me. And the next year, even more, less than year, it was maybe around 7 months. My father was killed. So it was like for me, like crazy situation and state that everything can fall in apart. I need to become a strong and independent. So I start working hard, start washing cars, start going to sports, become more stronger, and I did different things. We can say in perspective of what's right, what's wrong, because in that state you just don't care about others so much. You care about how I can get what I want, how I can be right, how I can prove that other wrong, how I can make other down. Of course, it was a stage of my life, but I know that it's very big right now temptation to stay there longer because that thoughts who care about me can get over. And I remember story of Tony Robbins when he was a kid, when he was teenager, somebody brings food to their house. So he created a story that people care. And everybody have these similar stories when people bring something to us, give something to us without even knowing us. Through other people, it was some organization or some charity like this. And no matter what people talk about, everything what's going on in the world, you start believing in something that matters for you. So, like how we translate the different stories, they are really shapes our identity and our beliefs. So this stage everybody have in life. The question is how long you are was there, and if you still there, how you be able to manage this state. Because recently I talked with one of my client, And it was like so clear that some approach that she used is just take what I want. It was unconsciously because in her family situation, that pattern happens. And translation of everything what's going on also shapes identity and create the loop, like the pattern of psychosomatic response that automatically go there. It's not good or bad. It's just a state. So why I love working with this state and why I switch from uh, just classic medicine, like allopathic, when we're talking about diagnosis, like this is it, like diabetes. In the holistic health, we're talking about it's a sugar spikes. So it's a state, and if you get there, you'll be able to get out of it by changing your behavior. It means like epigenetics, like Dr. Lipton explained it during many decades of learning. Quantum biology, right now, we can say. It's something that we understand right now we'll be able to influence on levels of DNA with creating our thoughts. Like it's our environment that we're creating with in ourselves with our thoughts and our beliefs. So this is why I choose coaching like primary right now as a tool because it helps work with the state. And no matter in which stage you are right now, if you feel stuck, it's completely normal. It's fine. It's fine to acknowledge it that your approach, what you choose, helps you to survive, but it means that it will give you fulfillment and bring joy and open up your full potential, your some of your gift that you have. So not a lot of people growing and moving higher. And blue color, it's the next level of this spiral dynamic. It's similar with with the purple, but it's much more structured because in the purple it's what shaman said. In the blue, it's what authority said. So many different systems that right now we're part of them. They are organized very good and help people survive and live pretty fulfilled life from perspective of some resources that we can get. And this structure keeps people in some kind of safety place because we have an order, we have some kind of morality, some rules, it's a discipline involved. So a lot of military guys, a lot of people who work in the hospitals, it's just a protocol. A lot of people who work like a firefighters or other organizations. Without order, it will be hard to organize things. So this order level we always have, and we will have it as the part of our human like society. In organization is important, but the biggest question, because fear always exists, and primary question, okay, like if authority, if the system will always being right. So my opinion not really matters. And also, it's pretty tough when you don't feel like you are have your own opinion and you are matters. Because of that, we see in so many different news about people going to strike. They like, we don't want it, we don't like it, change it. And we see that because it helps to create some structure, but it also creates some toughness when we drive it. And the question, biggest one, where structure helps me to organize my life, and when it limits me, and sometimes it even hurts me. Because when in the family, for example, we have some rules, of course. But when feelings didn't matter and nobody hearing and seeing, especially when we're talking about kids, it's create toughness in relationships and love disappear, spark disappear. We don't have any passion. We don't have any connection. And everybody just living in their own closets, we can say, in their own rooms, and just from time to time collaborate to get some results together. But there is no personality and deep connection there. So this is what happens when just rules becomes our primary source of living. This is not good or bad. This is just a stage. And I remember I was there when I turned maybe 16 or 17. I become a part of the church, Protestant church. I was a part of schools, art school, medical school. I running different meetings for kids. I was very active one. It was like some performance. It was some competition in sports. I remember I was in that stage. I tried different sports, but all of them have structure and rule. And I was so big believer that I start putting labels on others. Like if this person have some activities in their life is good. If not, it's bad. So fat person, it's a trash. Fit person, it's a good. And I start based on it. I start managing my relationship, and you know where it leads. It leads to horrible relationships because everything becomes structured and matter only because of some rules. So if it's this, I will follow. If not, I will reject it, even hate it. I will just charge in it. I will just create these thoughts and emotions, destroyful one, negative one. Negative for me and for the long term, of course, for relationship and for other people. I remember I one period of time I just walk on the streets and fight people who don't believe in God. It was just like you will go to hell and something like that. And I believe that it's only one approach to talk with people and like put them in the boxes. You go to hell, you go to heaven. And it's not about faith, it's about religion. And this kind of structures that sometimes we fall in under fear. So your answer on these questions is matter the most. When structure helps you support your life and organize everything that you need to run, provide, and when it limits you and even hurts you. Next level, I remember when I meet people who are entrepreneurs, and when everything depends, if you have some approach, prove it by results. So, for example, when I was younger in the sport, we are listening somebody who have results. At work, also, it was who have a better results, making more money. We will listen this person. In the business, it's always about these rules. And companies who really growing right now, like Nvidia, like Apple, like Tesla, and others, they have these rules. Result matter. Everything for results, everything for success. And we will find the way no matter what, and we will not stop researching and figuring out. So who is give better results for company? He will grow. Now you can see that companies that operate on level blue, previous level, and level red, usually it's like little companies, uh, but the bigger companies can be uh, be driven by rules, and the next level, orange level, results are matter. That rules created by being broken, for example, some laws, even of physics. Right now, we see how Elon Musk's company, SpaceX, and others entrepreneurs who create like really this all of this breakthrough with AI and just multiply the productions and everything, productivity. They all driven by this rule. Who have results, we will listen to him. So it also creates some burnout if we will pick up only this approach and if when only success will matter and results, because there is no fulfillment like Tony Robbins teach, and I'm agree 100% that success without fulfillment, it's ultimate failure. This is what he said, and we can see it around when we talk with people who are succeeding in a few fields, for example, in business, in sport, and this is everything what they have, or finances, they feel empty, burnout, and it's a state like never enough state. So I remember I start learning when I turned 20 and I first time was on the business meeting. Before that, I didn't even believe that business can be clean because it was a Soviet, post-Soviet Union country. It was a lot of mafia, bandits, crime. It was a lot of different systems, not clean. I mean, I'm talking about when people making money by taking from others. This is why my father was killed because he start creating some a little business with his partners, and in that days it was very very difficult and very dangerous to do. But this is what happens when you see only one way to, and you master only one way. For example, level of red when I will get what I want no matter what, and other will be suffering or I don't care. And we know that this is very destructive and for others and for people who drive that system itself. So orange is something that open up more potential, more collaboration, and you ask yourself how I can make things better, how I can learn more things, how I can make it work. So you always find the way. And this is the beauty of this approach. This is how I can start learning productivity and self-development, reading a lot of books and create my own practice, write my book. This is when I find out Unleash the Power Within book, Tony Robbins. It was many years ago, and it helps me to rewire all my thinking. And it was many different authors and many different speakers that I follow and learn from them. It was completely different from my medical background that I had in medical school and medical university. Starting my own practices was something like, wow, it was like, I don't know even how I will make it, especially from my previous approach when we talk previous seeing what happens with my father. So it was transition, and I learned this approach. And a lot of things shapes me when I get to another level. It was a green level, a level when everybody's experience matter. And what are you doing right now? It's probably right now good for you, and I will support you, and I will help you to get what you want. And compassion, connection becomes number one because of my approach of my holistic coaching business and helping creating different systems for healing. And at the same time, my pleasing mode in relationships start rising. My business approach with people, with different partners, also was affected because I not be able to handle boundaries. I was able to step up in some project, was ready to burn out, just get the results, and I saw that people will recognize it and give me something back. And I was very surprised that people not give me anything back. They just took everything. This is how I lost a few of my projects, my businesses, and my intellectual property, and some real property. When I'm talking about real estate, it was crazy experience, but it happens. So this level, when you are seeking for connection, it's next level, and many people live there right now with growing their empathy, compassion, and we can say it's just different level of consciousness. It's like Eckhart Tolle talking about growing consciousness of all humanity. This is what we be able to see when we grow to this level. And when we are seeing different organizations, different charities, different voluntaries, groups, how they growing, a lot of companies act from this level. And very important personal for me, my discovery was to continue creating more compassion and connection, but without burning out, without losing myself, without just put everything on plate and don't caring about my own health and my own goals. I remember that I saw from my mom how she struggles because she was like pure green. Everything for others, care about family, provide, working hard, and suddenly she passed away from stroke as a refugee in Denmark because stress was so high about everything was going on and family members and was something that can really kills us when we are building compassion and burn out by ourselves. We give everything and left without everything. And of course, I learned a lot from my teacher, Tony Robbins, that secret of living is giving. And I know that by my own experience. But also in the same scale, we will not be able to give more, we will not produce more. We can produce more when we care about our state because it will affect our productivity. So be able to manage different states without fighting. Because, for example, when I get in this state, when we're talking about color, green, I start judging a lot of different companies who produce like oil, who produce like cutting trees, who are like creating progress, but they don't care about humans, they don't care about animals. And we see it everywhere. And I was so engage in different projects that just standing for human rights and animal rights. And this is the state when you can burn out your emotionally because it never goes away. It looks like it's so much things to do. Ecology needs to be fixed. This needs to be fixed. In my family relationship, somebody act differently than me on different level because of beliefs, because of the primary question that they have and driving them, and without possibility to grow more, it can just create some psychosomatic problems, states that leads to some real diseases that we can have in physical body. So it's very important to see where you add and how you can create more consciousness, because next level, it's something that curiosity drives you. You're not fighting any system, you're not fighting any person opinion. You focus on your own productivity, how I can influence things. It means like you asking more quality question. You're asking yourself about your beliefs. You becomes more open, and curiosity change your way of thinking. You not judging people, you asking why they act like that, why they think like that, and understanding becomes more important than just being right. And your productivity grows on this level tremendously because you be able to see on the level of patterns. And when you be able to see, recognize patterns more clearly, you be able to cooperate with them. So different people, it becomes much easier to connect with people and start collaborate with them because you're not looking for judgment and what's right, what's wrong. You are acknowledge their results, you acknowledge their approach, you see their beliefs, you understand in which level they are mostly operating without judgment. And your productivity, you'll be able to rise and make better that collaboration. So you will bring more value because you create more value. And this is something that gives you more freedom, emotional freedom. So you will even breathing differently. You will waking up in different state. You will go to bed in different state. You will have a different and other tools to manage your schedule on everyday basis. So this is will be different identity, and you be able to create it just by asking yourself, are you curious right now about something, or you just wants to be right? Because when you will replace judgment by curiosity and understanding, it will completely shape, like it's just during few moments, just a seconds, change your state. And from that perspective, you'll be able to feel differently and make better decisions. So this is the next level. And I know that everybody, each of you, can be there. And from time to time, we go there, especially when opening happens, when pain becomes so hard and you think, what is the matter the most? For what all of this? Why it's happening? And you have this moment of thinking, like you have a deep rethinking about all your values and everything that you did. The same happens when you become very angry and like it's enough, it's enough. And like, what's the most important thing for me? Why I'm here? What I'm doing? And this is the moment when you will be able to see what really matters. Not just what you want to happens, but what's really matters. And if we will not be able to create this state consciously, it will just disappear because everybody be there for a moment, and after that, if you will not master it, it will disappear. When you listen music, when you dancing, when you smiling, when you feel this fulfillment, this is the state when you feel like everybody's matter. And you curious about everything. Tell me about your stuff. What are you doing? Life is so beautiful. I feel so great. And it's not just voodoo things or like just alcoholic state or other drugs and things. It's really state when you curious and when things matter. Of course, you not be able to operate on this level when you on battlefield. We're not talking about that. These levels give us opportunity to see ourselves and others and have one question, how I can grow? Because most of the people, after they graduate from school, from like university, they from that red level, they maybe grow to to blue or orange. But when we be able to grow more, we will be able to collaborate on the better level of consciousness. This is about that. Because next level, uh, you feel this level and you're curious about how even people live on that level. Like Mahatma Gandhi, like Mother Teresa, like Jesus, like Muhammad, like people who spending years, decades on this state when everybody connected. This is when this state of pure leadership from inside happens. Everything connected, everything matter. Who I am become, why this experience right now show up, how I can shape myself to grow and contribute better. This is something that shapes our life on the cosmic level. Productivity, happiness, joy, fulfillment. It's something that it's not when you just sitting and meditating all day. It's not about that. It's a level of consciousness when everything connected. And before reaction, you have a few moments of pause and you can choose the way how you will act, what you will think, where is your focus goes, where is your energy flows, like Tony Robbins teach. All of that happens when you practice this muscle of level of consciousness. It's color turquoise name of it in spiral dynamics. This is the theory. This is something that I'm practicing on an everyday basis, and I'm inviting you. Drop please in the comment how often are you thinking about growth, contribution, connection, empathy, who you are becoming, what is your real gifts, because you be able to shape your own identity how you want. We part of creation, no matter what you believe, quantum biology, or God, universe, Mother Earth, or quantum physics energies. All of that leads deeper to the same truth that everything connected and everything have some purpose and meaning. This is how our life really can be changed. And level of leadership growing with more understanding that each level operates with their truth, and which truth have some specific beliefs and some specific questions, primary questions that leads to these beliefs. When you be able to see them, you be able to read yourself and other people. It's open up next level of leadership for yourself, for your family, for your business, for your organization. And in which level you're operating more gives you the start point. There is no right or wrong. You are not broken. It's nothing wrong with you. It's just a stage. It's just a stage of life. It's just a state where you're operating right now when you are managing some things, and it's also sometimes happens. But when you be able to see all of these colors and levels inside you and others, this is when real shift happens. And we be able to manage our state. We be able to influence our state by our habits. We called it epigenetic focus. When you are not stuck in the mode of something what was given biologically to you, genetically to you, emotional to you, from parents, from family members, from caregivers, from some organizations, companies, or some movements. You be able to influence yourself on everyday basis, no matter how packed your day. So I'm right now in the city. I don't have any family members and friends here creating from scratch, building my business, working to pay my bills, as a single father parenting my son. He's 16 months old. And it's a pretty tough opportunities. Like they are can just crush me or just give me a lot of opportunities to grow. So for me, it's not even question manage my state or not. This is only the way. This is what I believe in. And I know that I can drop under stress on the basics level of survival mode. I just choose to not let me do so because my nervous system always will be putting me there. Care about yourself. Just push and get what you want. I don't want even use a word that usually pop up in our heads when we try to communicate and when we see what's happening in the world and how people act. Because it's very easy to just start reacting. So the biggest question right now, which emotional state mostly you operating during the day? I use some practices, they mostly very simple. I use a priming from Tony Robbins, some variations from Wim Hof, some gratitude notes, some rewiring, like rechecking my goals, what's really matters for me, and how I need to start my day, planning something on front. Of course, I not be able to control everything, but I be able to influence a lot of things, especially my state. So different activities, food therapy, what I use, I call it like with some supplements, with some meal plan. And you can check on my YouTube channel, State Control Under Pressure Challenge. It just takes 3 minutes of your day, and you be able to get your shape back and your mind and emotional control back. This is something that helps you with breathing, and some physical activities is the same. Sometimes I do it with my son. He's so little, but he enjoying it in his own way. So I invite you to ask yourself how I can manage my state better, because this is what will helps you to rise consciousness, and all will grow together, and it will influence our life and other people's life, of course. Because when you will ask yourself about leadership, and most of the people thinking it's about organizations, it's about businesses, it's about some church or some military. But leadership starts from you, how you lead yourself, what you tell yourself, how you lift yourself, how you care yourself during the day, what part of you bringing up today, because you can bring different parts. And of course, it will affect your relationship with your kids, if you parents, with your family members, if you have family, at your work, at your business, in your mission. But everything starts with you today, how you treat yourself. And it starts from your thoughts, emotions, and of course, your body. Because of that, I'm inviting you to look from this perspective as a leader for myself, because everything starts from you. How I be able to show up better without judging myself, because how many of us criticize ourselves when you watch in the mirror? Sometimes we do not even want to watch because we start criticizing how we looks like, how we feels like, what results we have, what our relationships like. And our mind always will trying to protect us and showing what's dangerous, what we needs to avoid. And we are telling him, okay, thank you for information, but this is what I want to do. This is what I will act. This is one of the reasons why I am using cold exposure, because I train my brain in the morning that I will shape my day as I want. And it's of course shape my body because it's affect my chemistry, blood chemistry, lymph, and my state, my nervous system regulation being influenced by my actions. This is something that a lot of people just don't even put attention to it, but it's so powerful. So, uh, good news that we don't need to change anybody. We don't need to fight against any approach or any system. Every color we talk about today, it's driven by some truth. When you be able to see this truth, this is when freedom starts. So you build your consciousness and awareness, it affects your life and others. And the question that you can ask yourself, where are you going next? Which practice and tool you will add today? You can ask ChatGPT or Gemini about this approach and how you can use it for yourself, because this is not alpha knowledge. It's just one of the approach. It's just one of the techniques that we can use. And more these approaches will work for us on everyday basis when we become master of it. This is matter. You can master it and pass it to somebody who be able to use it for emotional state regulation, for making results better, potential, open up a new one. All of that will works. Because of that, I am continue learning and never will stop doing that. And I am also will be happy to hear from you about your results, about what you think about that, about what you're practicing and what works for you. Subscribe, please, to this channel, like and share something that maybe some screenshots that will helps you and others to rewire your approach to run your life today with little steps that you can manage. And for keeping this momentum going, you can scan this QR code and go to my bio and find the link for Ultimate Reset Guide. It's free. It's drives you through 5 life force tools that I created, and it's involved emotional, mental, physical mastery, relationships, and leadership skills like vision and purpose. It can be just another tool that can help you to fulfill your life. I'm inviting you and share, please, with me how it will works for you. And if you want to go deeper and practice more on everyday basis, please join me in the free school community, Achievers Emotional Mastery. In the classroom there, I structure the workshops. I add more workbooks and trackers so you'll be able to track your results and your progress. And this is just more organized for getting better and faster results. You can save a lot of time by using this community and also meet some purpose-driven people there. I'm inviting you and you will see you in the other side. You can scan QR code or go to my bio and find the link. And I will see you there. Thank you very much for your time. And drop me any question, please. Reach me out. Subscribe to this channel, like and share, and more good stuff are coming. Because on everyday basis, not with perfect presentation, not with perfect English, I'm still learning and practicing, but with my perfect, beautiful state, I show up here and grow and contribute with you together. See you on the next episode. It will be very soon.